Dale here from Beaver Valley Woodworking, and yes, this is another shop build video. So, when I was driving on my way to the hardwood dealer, I heard a song on the radio, Eddie Money, I Want to Go Back. And I was thinking about, things I did back in high school and junior high school, and that light bulb came off in my head. So I decided to build a replica of what I built in shop class back in 1994. A lamp. Granted, it's not fancy. Granted, this is what the first woodworking project I ever did in my whole life looked like. And granted, it was very difficult for me to do this project because I had that temptation of always trying to modify it and make it better. But yet, I forced myself not to keep it look original. Well, with that being said, on with the build. For this project, I got some 8/4 or 2-inch thick oak, along with some other pieces of oak that I found in the scrap bin, and some lighting hardware. Because I don't have a jointer, I'm using my straightening jig to straighten up one of the edges of the board. Well, to make sure that when we drill this through this big thick piece of wood that it's level, got a washer on a string, goes right on here. It's a tip I learned from Stanton over at Woodchoppin Time. This way, if it's level, the washer is going to stay put. If it's off on the side, it's going to move. Same thing if it's not level that way. Now what I have to do is line this hole up with the bottom board. I'm going to use these dowel pin centers. Well, kind of hard to see. Put it right in the hole. As far as the original finish on the project, I know for sure it wasn't no lacquer or a polyurethane. It was some kind of oil type finish. But for this project, I'm going to use some Danish oil. Now we're on to the part where we're ready to wire up our lamp. You got two prongs on there. You got the narrow one, the narrow prong like you see now. That's your hot. The wider one, that'll be your neutral. When you feed it through there, it would be pretty simple to tell which wire is what, because on the hot wire, you got the writing on the cord. Brass is your hot, the white one's your neutral. And it works. Well, here it is, folks, final project. A replica of the lamp that I built back in 1994 in shop class, which would have been my first woodworking project. You know, thinking back, a lot of things had changed since 1994. One, I don't have a shop teacher cut the wood for me, because at that time I was really afraid of the table saw, so that was one thing I ended up overcoming. Two, back then I didn't care too much for woodworking back then. I was more into metal and welding. But now that I became a homeowner, fell in love with woodworking. Well, that's all I gotta say. If you like the project, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share. Sharing's good. And don't forget to follow me on all the social media, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, BeaverValleyWoodworking.com. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm missing something. That's what happens when you grow older, you forget things. So, till next time, take care, be creative. See ya. I'm out of here. You can follow Beaver Valley Woodworking on Google+, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and BeaverValleyWoodworking.com. Thanks for watching.